When I first started PvP, which was almost a month ago, it's gonna make a month since I started PvP, I was a hopeless case and a complete joke. And even then, I still confidently believed that I would become like this ultimate master in every single PvP kit. And I was saying this, but it seemed like I would never actually get there. And a small part of me felt kind of hopeless. I was like, I'm practicing every day and I'm still PvPing the same, and I'm not winning any actual victories. I'm not winning anything. Every single day I was practicing for about an hour or 2 hours, and I would lose every single one of those rounds. It was really bad, and I would rage quit a lot because I was just like, oh my god. But I kept doing it every day because I have found like a very strong passion for PvP. It's just like one of those things that I found that I have become so passionate about that like I'm not gonna let go. It's one of those things in my life. But it's only as of recently that I finally started to implement more of the tips and tricks that I was learning from PvP videos and guides, and I changed my settings, my keybinds, my mouse sensitivity, and all of that I have for the first time been having some of the best PvP practice sessions every day. And for the first time, I'm actually getting genuine victories. I have never been so happy and so hopeful, and now I 100% believe that I can get to where I'm dreaming of becoming. A master in every single PvP kit. This is actually, by the way, the second person who's asked me if I have a YouTube channel. And it's pretty obvious because my name is Tigress YouTube. But I'm kind of considering changing my my name tag. I don't really like Tigress YouTube. There's like a lot of people who put the YT for YouTube at the end of their name tags, and that's just like, I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. Like, so many people do that. Everyone almost does that. And I'm kind of just like, I don't know, considering changing it. I can change my name in 2 days, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. But anyway, when I say that, like, I want to become a master in every single PvP kit, the way I see it playing out and happening is I'm going to practice. First, I'm starting off with sword because it's the most basic, most simplest kit that I can practice all the key moves in PvP without having to switch between other items and stuff like that. So I'm gonna practice for a while, and once I see that my skills have gotten decent and I can actually fight against like real sweaty pro players, because I have gone against some of those and I didn't last for more than a minute in those matches. But yeah, once my skill has gotten pretty decent, that's when I am then going to challenge myself to get 5 victories in a row, then 10 victories in a row, then 20 victories in a row. And of course I could lose like 1 or 2 when I challenge myself to those, but if I can get that many victories in a row, with 5, then 10, then 20, I will consider myself a master in sword. Because come on, like, an average player cannot get 20 victories in a row. I don't think so. I mean, I personally don't think so. 20 victories in a row. Once I do that, then I will switch kits. I will go to the next kit. And just thinking about going to another kit, like, I plan on doing mace, TNT carts, spears, axe, just like every kit that you can think of. Crystal. I plan on doing like every kit that there is in PvP. And just thinking about like getting to those kits, it really keeps me going. And obviously with the passion that I have for PvP, that's like honestly what really keeps me going. But just the fact is, like, the fact of thinking of these other kits is so exciting. It like gives me like a whole adrenaline rush, which I'm actually getting right now just thinking about that. Doing a mace, TNT card, crystal, like those kits are so cool. I just love them, and that's the way it's gonna go for each kit. Once my skill has gotten pretty decent, then I'm gonna challenge to 5 victories in a row, then 10 victories in a row, then 20 victories in a row. And if I can get that, I think I deserve a title of master in that kit. Yeah, enough of the PvP talk. Spain won the World Cup, and I could not have been more proud and more happy. I have been rooting for them since the start of this World Cup this year. I have been rooting for them. They are an extremely strong team with an amazing coach. Unlike a lot of coaches, especially like the Argentinian coach, he does not crash out and start screaming. I'm pretty sure he's had his moments. Everyone does, but he keeps very calm and collected, which is why his team, they have such a great chemistry when they're playing. They remain so calm. So for the final game, my family and I went to a cafe, and where I live, it was early night. So while it was daytime in New York, where the final game was taking place, it was early night for us. We went to a cafe. It started getting crowded. When the game started, like really crowded. Fortunately, we went early, so we had our seats on, and we were watching on like a huge TV or something like that. I think it's called, yeah, or a projector. No, I think that was a TV. That was not a projector. It was. I was like really nervous when that game started. I was like, I truly believed that Spain has a very strong team. They are very skilled, and I know that they can do this. I know they can win. But then what was like having me a little bit doubtful was Argentina has played so dirty in this World Cup, cheating and stuff like that, especially in their match against Egypt. You cannot tell me that that game was not rigged, okay? That was a totally rigged game. But yeah, anyway. I was actually nervous I was really nervous during this whole match. I was just like praying the whole match that like they would win and Argentina would get humbled like they deserve to. And it was a very intense game. No one was scoring for such a long time. And Argentina was acting very disgusting. They kept pushing over to Spain's players. At some point, it looked like a little fight kind of broke out, and one of the Argentina players pushed a Spain player. I don't know, I think his name is Elmo, I'm not sure. He's like the player that has like really blonde hair. It's like almost white, it's really blonde, and he's like, you know, a little tall and skinny. But it pushed him so hard. It was like a little fight going on. And even after the fight was broken up, that Argentina player like was probably still holding a grudge because he still tried to push him after. It was genuinely disgusting. I was just disgusted, and I was just praying for their downfall. And then they started scoring. And I know that Torres was the one who won for the team, I think. Yeah, it was Ferran Torres. He was the one who won for the team. Oh my god, when they got that goal, I was just so happy that where I am, everyone was rooting for Spain. So it was just like everyone was cheering. Everyone was so happy. They won that game, and I was just so happy. So happy. It was just like the greatest moment ever. And we were like up out there like till 2 in the morning. Oh my god, it was so much. Tell me in the comments below, who are you rooting for the start of the World Cup? if you were watching the World Cup. I guess that's about it. See y'all in the next video. Peace out.